Hey YouTube, Matt and Alice of Welch here, and I am here to do a special deck profile for you guys. Um, this is actually a September 2007 format Dark Magician deck. Now, here's the thing. This deck is actually not mine. Well, I mean, it's physically my deck, but it's actually, the build is actually not mine. This was something that was created by Dark Richician84. A big shout out to him, by the way. He actually faced this deck tonight with his own original copy of the September '07 format deck that he used. And, this deck actually performed well and won. And the deck is actually pretty good. Didn't have any issues with it at all whatsoever. Can definitely get plays going. Really creative. I mean, it's not top tier or anything, but it's definitely very good. Definitely can get a tournament win or two with this deck. I think this one did actually have a couple tournament wins during this format. I'm not sure. I think it was either one or two. I forgot what it was, but definitely great. Definitely great idea. Can't express how much this deck, how well this deck does in competitive play. This deck has actually kicked my own ass when I used my own Dark Magician September 2007 Dark Magician deck against it. I mean, it's beaten it a couple times, but there's been times where this deck beats mine. So, yeah, so without further ado, let's get into the deck. So we have one Dark Magician. Now, he didn't want to play two or three of this because he kind of fancied himself as Yugi Moto, the original Dark Magician user, where he wanted to play have it be like the ace monster, the favorite card, just play one. But yeah, definitely play at least two or three. Even though Dark Magician was very hard to get out at the time, you can still play three and have a competitive build. But yeah, but this deck can really do well with just one. So definitely glad that worked out. Then we have Dark Magician Girl, one Dark Magician of Chaos, three copies of Skill Dark Magician. And that's it for the Dark Magician lineup. Sacred Phoenix of Nephis, just a backup boss monster and a very creative build here. I definitely a great tech to play in this deck. Then we have Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer, Breaker the Magical Warrior, three copies of Gravekeeper's Spy, Gravekeeper's Guard, two copies of Apprentice Magician, Hin and Nephis. That is an original copy right there. Well, original print right there, but that is my original copy that I put in here. Two copies of Old and Victor Magician, Magician of Faith, and then finally Treeborn Frog, just for tribute fodder. Spells, we have Dark Magic Curtain. A little history lesson. When he first put this deck back together a few years ago, he actually had a Lure of Darkness in here, and then he took it out because of a ruling where you cannot use cards from Phantom Darkness in a September '07 format build, because that would mean that Dark Armed Return would be one format early, and that deck was very aggressive. So, yeah, definitely play Phantom Darkness cards in a March '08 format instead of a September '07 format. But yeah, this is actually a good filler. I mean, yeah, it's a brick if Dark Magician's not in the deck anymore, but still a great deck tech. Couldn't really think of anything else to put in here. Three Magical Dimension, one Heavy Storm, one Pot of Avarice, Smashing Ground, Sword Revealing Light, Premature Burial, Book of Moon, MST, and Scapegoat. And to go with the Scapegoats, I actually have my own homemade sheep tokens that I made years ago, and these are actually in very good condition for their age. I made these back in 2003, and I kept them ever since, nice and neat. They're going to go with this deck very well, so I figured why not? Because Dark Richician84 actually has his own homemade sheep tokens he uses for that deck, and definitely we're two sides of the same coin. Because he used to create his own tokens just like I did too. So now for the traps, we have Desert Sunlight. That's just to stop Noblemen and Zaborg from ruining this, because there's a lot of flip effects. Like there's 4, 5, 6. No, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like 7. No, well, 7 flip effect monsters, but Apprentice Magician, I guess, would be 9. But Nobleman and Zaborg would ruin this deck pretty much. So this way, the monster will be destroyed, but he'll still get the effect. Dust Tornado, Mirror Force, 3 copies of Sakuretsu Armor, Torrential Tribute, and then 1 Call of the Haunted. So yeah, that's the deck, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't subbed already. I'm definitely going to keep this deck. I think this deck definitely does a lot of fun. Have some games with this just for fun. Yeah, so till then, you guys stay safe, and I'll catch you guys later.